court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Very well, apparently the prosecution is also ready. Who is the judge here anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement, please. Very well. No opening statement, so...
Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking.
Right, of course.
A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now.
Order! Order! Mr. Von Karma, what's the meaning of your statement just now?
Bah, must you question everything? It will be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I call my witness now.
Right.
I call my witness, my decisive witness, to the stand.
It's a mysterious boat shop owner.
Witness, state your profession. I am the proprietor of the restaurant The Wet Noodle at Court Lake. And I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify.
Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet.
Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright.
Bah! I have predicted this trial will end in 3 minutes.
Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate.
You're right. The witness will state his name.
Well, I'm not really sure, Yup.
What do you mean?
My, memory... Your Honor, the witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name.
Can't recall, you say?
Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify.
Very well. Let's hear his testimony then, shall we? Witness.
It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight, yup. I was in the restaurant where I, rent boats as usual. Then I heard a bang! Yup. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then, the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window.
Very well. I'd like to begin the cross-examination.
There's nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there are only 10 seconds left before 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now.
Yes, Mr. Wright. What are you saying? Of course we'll cross-examine the witness. Very well, you may begin.
Ah!
Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma.
3 minutes just passed!
I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. Just after midnight, you say?
Yup, just around then.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure, yup.
When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today.
I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right? Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly, I did. Yup. You see? Continue.
Is there anyone who can verify that?
Well, I guess Polly could.
That's not good enough for a court of law. Mr. Wright, Exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. A parrot?
Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy.
Keith?
The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue.
And where did the bang seem to come from?
From the lake, I figure. Are you certain? Yup. Good. Continue.
Was there someone in the boat?
It was pretty far out there. Couldn't see clearly. But I figured there was 2 men out there, yup.
But you couldn't see them clearly.
Yup. At the time, that is.
The time? So you heard 2 gunshots total.
Yup.
That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday. By your window?
Yup, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack.
And could you see the man's face?
Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him.
This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. I have a bad feeling about this.
That man was the defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead.
Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad?
Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead, and he was walking by, too.
Ah, crap.
Witness, are you sure that person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him, that Edgeworth boy!
This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. Karma lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom's glaring at us. Better act quick or this trial's going to be over. Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's court that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun.
Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun, and the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand?
Exactly.
That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true.
Judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said, I can't believe he's dead, but his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie...
Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently, you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof!
Nick, do we have evidence? It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please. Can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you.
3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record.
Enough. The witness may leave the stand. This court sees no reason to further prolong the trial. Nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth. The accused will surrender to the court immediately, to be held pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That is all. Court is adjourned.
Wait!
Who was that just now?
Me!
Huh? What? Larry? What are you doing here?
Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday, but today I remembered it.
Remembered what?
The gunshot! I heard it too!
Order!
What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment.
One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So, you say you heard a gunshot?
Yeah, I did. A gunshot that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony, and I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify.
Order! Order! Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed.
Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over.
Nick, this is it. Larry's given us one final chance at this.
She's right.
If only it wasn't Larry. It could make things even worse. Mr. Edgeworth was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse.
You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there's another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned.
Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard.
What is this?
I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now.
What?
The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned.
That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to say in there.
Larry was at the lake that night.
Yeah. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that fell into the lake.
Oh, right. And he found the balloon at the air take that night.
Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Oh, you say something right?
Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong?
It's nothing.
Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you.
What's that?
Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon?
Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. And I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really.
I see.
Right? Yeah? This might be our chance.
Our chance?
Von Karma's only ever run perfect trials.
Perfect trials?
Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He's let someone he hasn't even talked to testify before court. And that someone is Larry.
What are you getting at?
It's likely his testimony will be full of holes, Wright.
That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15! Everything depends on Larry now. Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw. on the night of December 24th.
Right, leave it to me.
Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Ron Carmen didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth's right about this being our big break.
That night, I was out on a boat in the lake. I was looking for something and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. And just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't notice the boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home.
That was an unusually vague testimony even for this court. In any matter, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor.
What's wrong, Nick?
It's Larry! I have no idea what he's gonna say if I press him. I'm a little scared.
Well, we come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick.